Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Swapna and this is a fourth lecture on marketing research. Now discuss sampling in market research. The definition is the sampling may be defined as the act, process or a technique of selecting a representative part of a population for the purpose of determining the characteristics of the whole population. The simple word, the process of selecting sample from the population is called a sampling. We cannot study the whole population. Hence, for a study purpose, we can select some items as a sample for our study. Let us see the data collection techniques. The first is a primary data. It is collected afresh and for the first time by the researcher. It is known as original in nature. The following are some of the sources of the primary data. The first is the experiments. The experimentation is the practice of gathering data by selecting match two groups of people, giving them a different treatment or the scenarios, controlling related factors in their environments and checking for differences in their responses. The second is a survey method. The companies undertake the surveys learn about a people's knowledge, beliefs, preferences and a satisfaction. The next is observation method. The information is collected by observing the respondents with the permission or without the permission of the respondents. The next is an interview method. The questions are asked by the researcher and the responses are received and then noted. The next method is a questionnaire method. A questionnaire consists of a set of questions presented to respondents for their answers. Here, the researchers prepared some set of questions and he circulates to the respondents. The next is a focus group research. A focus group is a gathering of 6 to 10 people who are invited to spend a few hours with a skilled moderator to discuss a product, service, organization or the other marketing entity. Here, the moderator encourages the free and easy discussion, hoping that the group dynamics will reveal the deep feeling and thoughts. At the same time, the moderator focuses on the discussion. The second method is a secondary data. The data which have already been gathered by some other person earlier is called a secondary data. It is already published by the another people. Again, the secondary data is divided into two parts. One is the internal sources and another is the external sources. The internal sources refers to collection of data that already exist within the company, like the accounting records, the sales force reports, the internal reports, the previous marketing research reports, etc. The external sources, the data collected from the outsider agencies like the diaries, letters, newspapers, magazines, finance, report, government services, etc. Let us see the data analysis and interpretation. The data collected have to be processed and analyzed in accordance with the outline laid down for the purpose at the time of developing the research plan. The data is interpreted through the computation of the certain measures. Data analysis help to describe facts, detects patterns, the developed explanation, and a test hypothesis. The interpretation refers to the task of drawing the inferences from the collected facts after the analytical or the experimental studies. The data can be analyzed and interpreted with the help of the frequency distribution graphs, histograms, pie charts, pyramids, and the pictograms. The last step of research process is writing a research report. Once the data is collected, analyzed, and interpreted, and after the generalization have been drawn, the researcher has to prepare a research report. A research report should be done in a simple and a convincing manner. It should be better for the understanding of the research. The research report is considered a major component of the research study. A proper, simple format should be used for a research report that should be understandable to the others. Here are some other tips should be followed while writing a research report. Met with a proper analysis and interpretation, the idea should be presented sequentially in a logical manner. Present the selected literature which patterns to the scope of the study. Ensure that the analysis and the interpretation is authentic and scientific. Avoid being a complication. It means that should be a simple. Always state the area for the future research. At the concluding remark about an entire project and state the proper referencing towards the end.